Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Train Sim World 2020, and welcome to the Long Island Railroad M3 EMU add-on DLC. We're going to build a train in this scenario, and as we're doing that, I'm going to try to read to you from the Steam store that describes, that's a dovetail describing what this is, and then we're also going to hop on the Wikipedia page as we do and talk a little bit more about this unit. So, yep, now this is the M3, and then that's the M7. This is the one that we already have. This came with the Long Island Railroad DLC, and this is the new one we just got. Interesting. Interesting. Can we get in through this door on the end? Yeah, we can. There we go. Climb up here. We're going to close this. I'm going to sit right in here. I did another scenario, but I haven't done this one yet. Close this. Right, set the master key to on, can do. Set the reverser to neutral. You got it. Set the headlights to dim and marker lights to off. Bright? No. Dim. Dim. Okay, so that's done. And marker lights are up here somewhere. Right there. Those are off. Set the master controller to max brake. All right, and then we need this little button right down here. And when you're holding this, I think there may be another button, like a key combo to hold this, but when you're holding it with your mouse, you can't see the gauge up here as it's changing. Right, this yard features manually operated track switches. Be sure to check and set any required switches to reach the indicated locations. I will be certain to do that. Where are we going? With this unit operational, move out to the head shunt in order to reach the other unit that will form this train. You got it. So good, right there, right there, right there, right, like so. Good there, there, there. I think we're good all the way across. All the way to there. Yep, okay. We're good to go. Set the reverser to forward. Not that far. Reverser forward. Move the controller into the power range. Can do. Here we go. Now we do have the HUD up. I tried a route with no HUD. That was a disaster. I tried a route with half a HUD. That was only slightly better. I don't know if engineers on this... Hang on a minute. There we go. I don't know if engineers and train operators on the LIRR have to memorize routes or if there is something else going on to indicate what the speeds are, but hello? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if you need to memorize the route. I don't know if the speeds are indicated on this unit right here, but things were happening in the world around me, and I saw absolutely no signage, at least that I could spot, to indicate what I needed to do next. So for now, we are going to need to use the HUD. How far do we have to go? 800 yards. All right. As we do, I'm going to carefully read to you. This is from Steam to start with. And before I cough, hang on for just a second. Before I cough, let me have a sip here. I just went for a run around the golf course. And it's a little dry and dusty where I am, so I'm feeling like I really want to start coughing. Okay. Take the controls of a Big Apple Railroading Classic with the Long Island Railroad M3 Electric Multiple Unit EMU for Train Sim World. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, in a major fleet renewal program, the LIRR, with funding from the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, purchased 770 M1 EMUs constructed by Budd and General Electric. Budd, B-U-D-D. Christened Metropolitans, the M1s immediately became the workhorses of the LIRR electric operations, with its business expanding and its electrified trackage being extended in 1984 to 1986. LIRR and MTA returned to Budd to acquire 174 similar M3 EMUs. This is the M3 that we're in right now. Let me see. The M3 cars, carefully, can stretch 85 feet in length and are constructed of stainless steel. The cars operate on DC current from LIRR's third rail system and are powered by four 160 horsepower traction motors riding in General Steel GSI trucks. The versatile EMUs, built in two-car married pairs, operate at speeds of up to 80 miles an hour on the LIRR. Let me see, dressed in yellow, gray, and silver, the LIRR M3 and M1 EMUs have become railroading classics, and while the M1s were retired in 2007, the LIRR M3s soldier on. There you have it. It just comes with the locos. Doesn't extend the route out. I know people really want this route to be extended. They really want to see other parts of the LIRR included. Maybe they will be at a future point. Who knows? But in the meantime, you know, we do what we can. And this is, I assume that is meant to replicate, like, moving from one third rail to another. Because if not, you know what I'm saying? The M3 DLC's got some bugs. But we'll find out at some point. I'll check the Reddit tonight and see what people think of that. I like those little details, if that is what it is. I like those little details. I like when sims are as authentic as possible. So yep, this dropped earlier today. It's evening for me. It's going on 9 p.m. This is really late for me to be recording, but this dropped today, and I thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and knock this out as well. Between farms and trucks and other trucks and still other trucks and trains, I do keep busy in SimWorld, but it's worth it. All right. So we got a red 15. That's for the ACSES system. I don't think we're going to need that this episode. Right. Let's get some brakes going here. Get this thing stopped and backed up and hooked up. Right about there. All right. Set the master controller to emergency. So that's max brake, or beyond max brake. Set the headlights to off, marker lights to on. So headlights off, marker lights on. Reverser key out. So we're going to need that to key out. Key off. All right. Head to the indicated car and sit in the engineer's seat. You got it. So we'll close that. Where is this train we're going to? Right. We're just going to the other end of the train. We can get down there this way. We don't need to hop outside. Man, this interior is so 1970s. I saw people, when this was first announced, I saw people asking, why in the hell are the seats different colors? And the answer was, because 1970s. Uh-oh. What? There we go. All right. Is that, all right. Closes on its own. There you have it. All right, so we're going to hop in here. Our frame rate is, I tend to think of these DLC as early DLC and late DLC. The early DLC are really not as well optimized as the later DLC. Set the headlights to dim. You got it. And the marker lights to off. Marker lights are off. Set the controller to max brake. That is right there. Charge up the brakes again, like so. Done. Reverser to forward. Forward, I said. Set the switch to access the right track. All right, we're going right here. We'll just confirm that all of these are okay all the way across. And we need to swap that one. I guess we could have done that from outside. I don't know. It's raining. I don't want to get wet. Okay, brakes off. And we're going to go hook up to this rig right here, the M3 4-car unit. When you go into like the timetable menu for this loco, it does have the livery select. The livery stays the same, but the length of the train changes from 6 to 8 to 10 cars. I think that's a cool way of handling that. Because normally it does swap out the livery, right? It changes the actual way that the train looks, like how it's painted. But to have it set to, we're going there, we're going here. We are going here. We're going here. Wait a minute. Oh, we're hooking up to this train. Okay. But yeah, I thought that was a cool way to handle it, to have the livery option as the way that you choose the length of your train. Yeah, that's got to be part of that's got to be part of the experience. Yeah, I would think so. Hopefully they didn't let something like that slip through QC. Oh, dovetail. Nothing would surprise me. All right, couple to formation. We can do that. And I do still want to read to you from the Wikipedia. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, I forgot to do this at the other end. We're going to turn our wipers off. All right. Yep. Set the master controller to emergency. Can do. Headlights to off. Right. Reverser key. I'm sorry, set the reverser to key out, then take the key out. Done. All right. Now where are we on? It's got to be the trains that we just hooked up to. Let's do this. Let's hop out. Can we close these doors, or will they close automatically? Now I feel bad. I can't leave with them open. Can we close them from in here? How do we get the doors closed? All right, I guess we'll just walk through these doors. At least we know the trick now. Okay, so those were exterior doors, and we're in one of those married pairs they were talking about now, so these will be interior doors here. Yep. What? All right, once again, trapped in our... What? And we just keep walking. We just keep walking like nothing happened. All right. And then these are exterior doors, right? Man, this really is, it's more of a train simulator than a walking simulator, I have to say. It does some things better than others. Now this time we'll get all the way up on this door, right up on it. There we go. All right. Progress. We're learning the new train. Then we go in here, step back a little bit so the door doesn't hit me in the face. Beautiful. Have a seat, close that, set the master key to on, can do that. Reverser to neutral, can do that. Headlight to bright, marker lights to off, right? Max brake, right? It's right there. Charge the brakes. Okay, with a 6-car unit formed up, it can now be operated over to Jamaica Station to enter public service. Let's do it. All right, set the reverser to forward. Man, I keep going past it. Move the master controller into the power range. Stop at location, yard, exit signal. And once we get rolling here, let's hop in here as well and just confirm. Signals are good. Signals are good. Okay, so as we're rolling, let me get the Wikipedia going for you. All right. I'm just banging and bumping things left and right. I'm telling you, it's an evening. All right, the M1, this is from Wikipedia. The M1 and M3 are two similar series of electric multiple unit cars, EMUs, built by the Budd Company for the Long Island Railroad, the Metro North Railroad, and Metro North's predecessors, Penn Central and Conrail. Originally branded by Budd as Metropolitans, the cars are more popularly known under their model names M1 from the late 1960s to early 1970s, and M3, the mid-1980s cars. Hang on, let's bump the brakes here just a little bit. The Metro North cars were branded under the M1A and M3A series. So they were in service the M3, 1985 to present, the M3A, 1984 to present, manufactured by the Budd Company, built at the Red Lion Assembly Plant, Northeast Philadelphia, born and raised, Pennsylvania. Family name Budd Metropolitan. Tap of the brakes right there. All right. Entered service the M1 in 1968, the M1A in 1971, the M3 in 1985, and the M3A in 1984. Scrapped the M1 in 2007, the M1A in 2009, and the M3, the M3A are both still in service. Number built, 1,264 total. Wow, there goes my voice. Hang on. Let me have a drink. Late or not, I'm going to get through this. All right, there's some brakes. The number built, 1,264 total, 770 M1, 178 M1A, 174 M3, and 142 M3A. Currently 148 M3s in service and 142 M3As. Number preserved 2, that is only the M1. 962 of them have been scrapped. 764 of the M1 and 178 of the M1A and 20 of the M3. The formation is designated as a married pair, and the fleet numbers, the M1 was 9,001 to 9770, the M1A 8,200 to 8,377, the M3 9771 to 9944, and the M3A 8,000 to 8141. Capacity 120. That is the M3. Stainless steel with fiberglass. Train length of 170 feet to 1,020 feet. Car length of 85 feet. Width of 10 feet 6 inches. Height of 13 feet. Floor height of 4 feet. Platform height of 4 feet. Doors are quarter point double leaf automatic. Maximum speed of 100 miles per hour. 80 miles per hour in service. Traction system, DC current fed through a camshaft controlled resistance switch to 4 DC traction motors. 110 kilowatt GE1255A2. And for the M3, that's the M1. And for the M3, 4 by 160 horsepower, 120 kilowatt GE1261. Power output of 592 horsepower for the M1 and 640 horsepower for the M3. Electric transmission, 650 volt DC, 750 volt DC third rail, so 652, 750 volts DC. Contact shoe collection method. The M3 uses General Steel GSI 70 bogies and a pneumatic dynamic braking system. Yep, I think that's all we got. Oh, and a Wabco Model N2 coupling system. There you go. That's what Wikipedia has to say. And I don't know if we're going to stop at this signal and we're done. I mean, it's a 20-minute scenario and we're coming up on 20 minutes. So I don't know if this is us done or if we're going to continue on to Jamaica. Neither would surprise me. All right. Yeah, like we've got a red signal in 65 yards. I can't see it. I'm having a really hard time picking out signage and okay, there's our green signal, and speed limits and that sort of thing on this route. I really, really am. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this without the HUD up. I mean, the detail looks good, and I'm told that it is, for the most part, accurate, but I'm really at a loss as to what I'm meant to do without the HUD. So we'll figure it out. Take a crack at it. I need to read the manual. I don't read the manual for these DLC often enough, but it very often contains quite a bit of information about things like signage, and in this case, the ACSES and various other systems. So we'll figure it out. I would love to be able to do both the Northeast Corridor and the Long Island Railroad without the HUD up at all, like that. No HUD whatsoever. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. I got virtually no notice of this. I've been checking almost daily to see, and I swear I saw no release date for this. I did not have it on my wish list. I just saw the notice today that it was available. All right. Totally snuck up on me. Was not expecting it at all. Now, I just noticed that we haven't seen any of those flickers in the cab, and I'm wondering if that's because with the longer consist, right, that we always have good contact with the third rail, whereas with the shorter one, maybe we don't. I don't know. I'm just guessing about that, but be curious how realistic that sort of thing is in game, right? Like how it's modeled in, and what how it all reflects on the overall immersive experience of driving this train. And we've got, I think we're going to 30 now, and then 35. And we're just going to go, because we're dropping down again so soon, we're just going to go to 35. And I didn't check the rest of the signals. I only checked the signals out of the yard. I didn't check the rest of the signals all the way over. I think we're okay. Right, so we've got a red 15, but the speed limit is 30. Yeah, I got to figure all that stuff out. I got to learn me some LIRR signage and signals. I think we're moving into, yeah, that 15 may that may reflect a restricted block. Wow, a lot of FPS drops too. I mean, the FPS really sucks right now. We're at like 30 FPS, and this is an older DLC. I really do think that the first few DLC that were released, the first maybe 4 DLC routes, were really kind of not optimized well compared to the later ones. So that's a bit disappointing, but what can you do? I doubt they're going to go back and tune those up this late in the game. All right, so we'll get slowed down here. I still need to learn how this train brakes as well. Yeah, that's got to be us done, because we're not doing the route itself. We just wanted to bring the train into service. All right, I think we did that. And that is us. Is that us done? You know, it does do this. It's got very small triggers. That's us done. Good work. Open the doors and allow boarding to commence. You got it. Let's hop out here. Try to get a good... Oh, camera. Oh, camera. Killing me. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most glamorous DLC, I have to say, but it is something that people have been asking for. What they really want are the diesel locos for the LIRR. All right, where are we going from here? That's us done. That is this duty complete. Disembark the train, ready for the assigned engineer to take control. Can do. Just leave it like this. Just stand right up and walk away from it. All right. Exit the train. Where's our marker? Oh, it's right there. There you have it. How'd we do? Got a gold. Gotta love it, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World 2020. This is the LIRR M3 EMU add-on DLC. We'll see you next time. Take care now.